Oh, this is going to be a very interesting
Oh,
conversation. So
kind of
folks,
dreaded having it, but let's do it.
yeah, there you go. So my name is Michael Zuber, author of One Rental at a Time, and I'm here with my good friend, Matt, the Lumberjack Landlord. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing awesome, Mike. I'm always excited to be here on Tuesdays. It's always a good time.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to slap you a little bit. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. I'm going to put it out there that I think the powers that be are going to extend the eviction moratorium 30 days. I think it's going to be extended at the federal level. They're going to make all types of excuses about why it's done. And then there will be a few states where I live in will be extended at least 2 or 3 months. I want to put it out there, and hopefully I am really, really wrong, but I can already see the groundswell. Oh, we're going to pay landlords back 100%. Oh, we can't get the money out fast enough. Just give us 30 more days. Give us 30 more days. I see it coming.
Mike, that's a change from last, Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah.
You thought that they wouldn't extend it. So I got to know. Inquiring minds want to know, Mike.
Yeah. So
it's changed in the last just 4 days, 5 days, 5 days now.
So I truly believe what the CDC done is unconstitutional. I truly believe it. Yeah. I think eventually they're going to pay a heavy price for what they've done.
I can't wait.
But that's a year from now, right? The wheels of justice turn slow, but they're going to pay a price.
Yep.
But that said, I can see the powers that be now saying we're going to pay landlords 100% of what's owed, but we need 30 more days. Because they've allocated, I don't know, 25, 40, whatever it is, $1 billion.
50 billion. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever
50
it is.
total. Yeah.
And before they're talking was, hey, we're not sure if we can pay everybody. We're not sure, take 80% of this or that. And it's like, no, not going to happen. But now I think what they're going to say is we're going to pay everybody everything, but we need 30 days. That's what I think they're going to say. And they may not call it a moratorium. They may change the language. They may call it a payment pause or some other marketing shtick. But basically this thing's going to go into the end of July. I just have a sneaky feeling, and I don't think it's right. Again, I think it's unconstitutional. I think there's a contract that's signed that you're in business to do, but I do. I think again, at the federal level, right? I've always thought California is going to extend it because of Newsom, but I could see at the federal level it being extended 30 days for the first time. And it kind of makes me feel just uncomfortable.
Yes. So when we had that conversation last week, like I said, I think that they extend it. I hope they don't. I was really on the side of, I really hope they don't, but I just, like you, I think I have a sneaking suspicion. I'm not yet. I still pray that I'm wrong.
Yeah, me too.
Not right yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that, all the things that we're seeing with FHFA, different entity, but they extended theirs. It makes me very concerned because it's starting to feel like to the government that this is a game.
Yeah.
That they are not actually taking all of their citizenry into consideration. And that becomes a real problem, because if you have 25% of people that didn't need forbearance, get forbearance and maintain getting forbearance for over a year.
Yeah.
And they were just paying down the balance of their loan, might be a smart business move, but I don't know how I feel about that deep down on the inside. Because that's not the purpose of what it was there for.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And the second thing is that, sadly, I told you yesterday or last week when we talked, I just had gotten on June 14th. I had all of the people, 3 people that I had all file on March 15th. I got that payment on June 14th. March 15th, they filed. June 14th, I've got it. This is for an emergency program.
Yeah.
That's right. Emergency. So those of you who are watching this that believe in big government, emergency, 90 days it took them to get me that check, 90 days. And the thing that I think is a little bit of a truth teller in that is that these people knew that was coming the entire time.
Yeah.
They did not make any effort to pay. They knew that it was in the works. They're just like, well, we're just waiting for that check. We're just waiting for you to get that check. But then on top of that, they're talking about paying another 3 months on top of that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a slippery slope. That does not feel good.
We're certainly, it's certainly a bailout of some kind. It's just, it doesn't.
Well, everybody looks at this like it's a bailout for the landlords.
Yeah,
It's not a bailout for the landlords. It's a bailout for the tenants. It
absolutely.
1000% is a bailout for the tenants, because here's what Mike would do if somebody stopped paying rent. Demand for rent, notice to quit, eviction, boom, done. That's it.
Yeah.
And so when you take away our remedy for not getting paid, you have to pay because you took away our remedy.
Yeah.
Let the free market last.
Yeah.
And if that means people can't pay, I worked with plenty of tenants. Mike gave away tens of thousands of dollars in rents. I helped out my tenants a ton with all of that stuff. I mean, you should see my ledger from 6 months of COVID. Payments anywhere from the 1st to the 31st. And that can be for that month or the previous 3 months or whatever. Yeah. That ledger is going to be a nightmare to put together when it comes end of year. Yeah. We're trying to do it as we go because there were payments not in the first 5 days of the month. Yeah. It was spread throughout the entire month. Yeah. And for multiple months or for a fraction of a month. And we're like having to send out all these updates and notices. The amount of paperwork helping people created was a nightmare.
Yeah. So let me just say this. I hope the federal government stays out of it.
Agreed.
But that still leaves the state. I think there's clearly some states that are going to extend it. I would call that a win, right? If the federal government, the CDC thing at the federal level stopped, like I said last week, I just can't. They've already lost every court case out there. They're going to lose longer. I hope it's a huge fine or penalty.
Yes.
But I have a sneaky suspicion they're going to, and again, they will probably, because they know they can't, I bet you they're not even going to call it an eviction moratorium.
Right.
They're going to call it
lost 3 times, right?
Yeah. They're going to call it a payment holiday or some other slick thing. And, but on the good end is I do see it stopping July 31st. They just can't keep going.
I hope you're right. I think the other thing that you'll see too, and this is something I'm tracking, is how much of a direct correlation it is to the states that shut off the additional federal aid for unemployment.
Yeah.
What the correlation is to that, to let's say CDC does extend, does the state then do something in flight of that and say, nope, no, we're not letting you do that in our state. No.
Yeah, probably.
And do states take some sovereignty? Because 31 out of 50 states said no more federal benefit.
Yeah.
So will they do the same on the eviction moratorium side? I don't know if that can work.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very, very interesting. But
it is.
I guess the other thing to step back from, we've been in this nightmare for 14 months or whatever it is. Yeah. I could say it's almost over. I was hoping to say it was over, but now I guess I have to say it's almost over. It's sort of like, 9 innings, but now we're going extras. We're going to a 10th inning. God damn it.
Well, the nice thing is it's not like they actually consider any of the people that are involved here. I mean, not only for landlords, but also for tenants. They wait until the 11th hour to renew this thing. Like, tell us what the indicators are. Tell us what you're looking at to say renew or not renew. Tell us what that is, because guess what? You've got tenants hanging on your every word. You've got landlords hanging on your every word. Landlords having to make financial plans. Tenants having to make financial plans. What's the one thing that any market can't take, Mike?
Oh, unknown.
Uncertainty. We can't take uncertainty because we have to be able to plan.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I hope I'm wrong. By the time we talk next week, we'll know. I can already see the marketing message. Oh, just give us 30 more days. Just give us 30 more days.
Well, there's states that have only deployed 5% of the capital that they were given.
Well, exactly. That's why
that's in 90 days.
And again, I don't know anything, obviously, but that's the thing I'm looking at going, oh my God, they're going to extend this.
That's what I thought when they were giving that extra 3 months as well. Because we actually got asked for updated ledgers because it took 90 days. Oh, wow. We got asked for updated ledgers, and then they did the other 3 months on top of that. And I was like, okay.
What I don't really want that. Yeah. I want the tenants responsible for this.
Exactly. I want them to just, I don't know, have to pay their rent maybe. Yes. But the other thing to consider too, Mike, is I don't know if any other states that are doing what California is doing with the 80%.
Yeah.
Have you heard of any other states that are making landlords take a haircut?
No. The good thing is that just yesterday that came out, they're going to pay 100%. So California's dropped that.
Good.
Yeah, they did drop that recently.
That's
very
good.
Recent. So
good.
Yeah, no way I was taking 80%. Not a chance.
Yeah, that way you only lose 10%, Mike, because every landlord makes money with 10%, after fees and stuff. So you only lost 10%. So that was good.
There you go. Well, do me a favor, man. How can people find you and be a part of your world?
Lumberjacklandlord.com, Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube, and lumberjack landlord, house hacking, becoming a hackologist in the amazing one rental at a time course, the best value on the internet. I'm going to make that my claim for your course because I just truly believe it. I've seen some of these other, $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 courses, $10,000 mentoring sessions. I was like, shut up. There's not enough expertise out of that one person to cover the things that you had 9 experts cover.
Exactly. All bonus.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you have people that did what they did, and to walk that mile in their shoes and learn the lessons that they went through, Mike, it's the best value on the internet.
Yeah, I appreciate that, buddy. Well, thank you very much for your time. We will talk next week. Actually, I guess we talk Thursday, right?
Friday. Yeah. Friday. Yep. Well,
every day, Saturday.
Saturday 5.
Yeah, Saturday. There you go.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Talk to you.